And I think the whole mindset of a nursing home, or and I think they have their place, but it is that you're going there because you're kind of giving up.
And there is a benefit that kept me in a nursing home for 30 days. I will not live that way again, ever. You go to a nursing home to die. I'm not ready.
And while hospitals are necessary, there are people that need them. You know, I don't want to have to need one. I would like to be able to stay at home, not be costing extra money by going to the hospital.
And I'm also saving the state a lot of money, okay? Because I'm not requiring thousands and thousands of dollars a month for care. I'm requiring so many hours for care. So I think it's a nonsensical approach to cut waiver slots and support the nursing home industry. And I think there could be an attitude that maybe people with disabilities or the elderly should be hidden away. We need to be part of the community. We have a lot to offer.
When I ended up in the chair, and then I was laying in the hospital at 26 years old, and they were telling me that the best case scenario for me was going to be spending the rest of my life in a nursing home, because even family wouldn't want to take care of me and help me out because it would become too much of a burden for them. And so when I learned that there was places where I could go and live in an apartment and get personal care services from an agency and live on my own independently, I was very excited about it.
I had gotten to the point where I couldn't prepare food or anything like that, and I'd have friends maybe come over and help once in a while, but living on sandwiches was not doing it for me, and I couldn't get to the store. This is enabling me to be independent. I have less depression because things are taken care of. I have a lot of problem with fatigue, so you know, they help clean my house, my laundry. There's no way I could be doing my laundry.
And I was told about these programs where I could live independently in my own apartment, and so I thought I would try that. The difference between the self-direct care for me is giving me control over my own life. It's allowing me to pick the people that I want to wake me up in the morning.
There are some things, like I said, I can't drive anymore.
Right.
There are certain things that get taken from you when you get in this situation, that it's just nice to have someone that you trust that's going to be capable of helping you to do the things you can't. They feed me, they fix my meals, they take me to and from my doctor's appointments. Personal health, personal mental health. I mean, it's tough enough to have to give up everything you have to give up as far as dignity goes, but to not be able to have that at all, there's a lot of people that's going to crush.
Without the waiver hours, pretty much their quality of life is not going to be very good. And loneliness and depression also are not good for health either.
Well, you're not going to be eating healthily. I mean, how are you going to be eating? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's nonsensical. Like, you need to be able to eat, and you need to prepare food to eat. And Some people cannot prepare their own food. And so if you don't have time to prepare food, are you going to just not eat or just eat junk food? And a lot of people with disabilities you have to have halfway nutritious food, because we don't have the luxury of our body being healthy to just overcome unhealthy eating.
I have a dialysis diet and a renal diet because my kidney has failed.
Oh, I just
And if I don't follow that diet, it really throws, I don't dialyze well. And if I don't follow that, I won't dialyze well. And if we don't dialyze well, we die.
Meal from start to finish, I'd say at least 20-30 minutes, and I still have to eat it.
Because my health is actually dependent upon it at this stage. I have several very serious conditions, some of which are potentially life-threatening, and I have a lot of nausea and a lot of just no appetite, and without a decent meal, you know, my caregiver takes extra pains to try and find stuff that I like and can eat, because I have a lot of food restrictions. I can't do Meals on Wheels because of that. Without, I wouldn't even probably be hanging on as well as I am right now without decent food. People won't eat as well. It'll probably hasten or exacerbate any problems they have. I think nutrition is one thing that is going to keep people healthy, and people that aren't healthy is one of the, I think, very needed medical modalities is you need to do when you're not healthy. If you don't start eating right, you're not going to achieve any kind of quality of health.
All of the benefits that are coming to me from the state are astronomical. I really benefit from each and every one, and I'm very extremely grateful.
I think it's probably the greatest gift that I've had. I wound up in the hospital with a nervous breakdown because I didn't have support to take care of my physical needs, and I was just exhausted. And finding out about this kind of service, so I could be home, healthy, mentally healthy, part of the community. It saved my life. I absolutely love my life. My needs are taken care of, and it feels wonderful, and I feel valued, like a valued part of this society.
And thanks to Lyft, I'm able to stay at home. I'm able to eat, get to my doctor's appointments, and things of that nature, whereas otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to. Beyond that, I need this. And maybe not for reasons other people can grasp, see, or understand, but it's needed.
It means everything. Independent living basically is just giving us the same opportunities as the rest of society. So having my own place, my own environment away from the world, that's the most important thing. If I didn't have help from these programs, I would have to live with friends or family or have roommates, or there's the nursing home, and those options are not at all conducive to what I want for my life.
But it also allows me to stay here, which is super important to me, because I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet, and I'm hoping to get more functionality back, not lose more. But I think Aging Services is somewhere in this thing too, and that they have provided the helpline for when my son is finishing his degree. Because I have fallen, broken my tailbone. They're doing the insurer. They've helped me with, which was a really concern of mine when I was facing the possibility that cancer was back. recently, but it's not. They helped me with my will, advance directive, stuff that I could not go pay a lawyer for, which just set my mind, because now that I have all that in place, I can focus on getting healthy. So
I volunteered as a tutor to help children who are homeless. I mean, I have a great mind. I just get very, very tired easily, and I have chronic pain and a bone disease. But I can get out, volunteer. I also am a spiritual healer, so I help people with healing issues. I get out on the streets where I'm seen and part of the world, which is very important. I have a lot to offer. I have a lot of wisdom and knowledge to offer.
But I was working in my wheelchair at the Walmart on the west end of town until I was put in the hospital for 5 months and unable to work anymore.
I've been working on finishing up my master's degree in education, and right now I'm student teaching in a 5th grade class and really enjoying that. Like in the school where I'm at, there's some other students with disabilities. There's one little girl that's in a wheelchair, and they've actually brought her down to see me just to, I guess, to give her an example that you don't necessarily have to let the fact that you are in a wheelchair limit you, that, you know, as an example that she can see me and know that she can aspire to be what she wants to be too.
When I got hurt, I was studying sports medicine and coaching. I was in the sports world, but now I'm not really sure my purpose. I pray about it, and I feel God is leading me toward help advocating for handicap and disabled rights.
I always get the question, do you live on your own? And it's nice to be able to say, yes, I do.